Hey guys, Chris here for another Cloud Quickie. If you watched my video last week on OCI Flexible Compute and thought that was awesome, you were going to love OCI Flexible Storage. You see, just like when deploying compute, your hyperscaler may have a large selection of different storage types and options. Getting this wrong can be super costly, not just in your back pocket, but also from very unhappy users. So having the wrong type of storage can really starve your application of performance. OCI Flexible Storage solves this issue. So let's go take a look. Okay, I've logged into my tenancy, and now we're going to go ahead and create a new block volume. So we're going to start off and give this a nice meaningful name. I can see that the compartment and the availability domain has defaulted to where I currently am. And now we scroll down to the volume, size, and performance. By default, it's pre-selected 1024 gigabytes and balance profile, but we're going to go ahead and click this custom button, which is where the real magic happens. And now I'm given the option to select a volume size from anything from 50 gigabytes all the way up to 32,768 gig or 32 terabytes. So for this, we're going to go and just give this a 2000 gigabyte or 2 terabyte volume size. And now we have the target volume performance. So don't let the terminology scare you here, that VPU. We've got a great little slide control that allows us to slide it all the way down to VPU of 0, which is a nice low performance but very economical volume. And on the right hand side here, we can see that this is going to give us 3000 IOPS and 480 megabytes per second of throughput. Of course, I can also slide this the other way, and I can go from low cost to balanced, which brings us up to about 50,000 IOPS. I can then continue to go up through 100,000, rapidly climbing through our ultra high performance storage profiles here, all the way up to 300,000 IOPS and 2,680 megabytes per second of throughput. Now, depending on the instance type, I can have up to 32 block volumes attached, each up to 32 terabytes. This is a whole petabyte of storage, and each one of those having the capability of delivering up to 300,000 IOPS using the storage profile. But once again, we're going to start on a more modest approach. I'm going to start right down at 0 VPU or the nice low cost and economical storage profile. Scrolling further down, I can select backup policies if I wish. We have the standard inbuilt ones or custom policies that can be selected. I'm going to leave that blank for the time being. I can also enable cross-region replication if I like, but we'll leave that turned off, and I'm going to go ahead and now create this block volume. So we can see here that this volume called test is currently under the provisioning status. We can see the target IOPS here is 3000 IOPS, and we can see that the target throughput is 480 megabytes per second. You can also now see it's finished creating and it's now available. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to an instance. We're going to log into Windows and we're going to see how it performs. Okay, so I've logged into Windows and I have already attached the 2 terabyte drive. It's currently attached as the D drive down in Windows here. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to run a quick little benchmark called Crystal Disk 8. So we're just going to drag this across here, and to set this up, we are going to use the peak performance profile. I am going to set this with a 16 gig test file size, and of course we're going to select our new D drive, the 2 terabyte volume. So we're just going to go ahead and run all of these tests and see what the results come out like. Great, so those tests have now finished. We can see that from a throughput perspective, we have easily surpassed that 480 megabytes a second throughput target performance we were looking for. And then from a random IOPS 4K, we are over the 3000 as well. So that's a really good result. Now what we're going to do is we are going to flick back to the OCI console. We are going to increase the size of this drive size to see how that scales up. And we're also going to increase the performance of the drive as well. Okay, so I'm back in the OCI console looking at the test volume I created earlier. Now we're just going to go ahead and edit this. First thing I want to show is that I can increase the volume size on the fly here from 2000 to 5000 gig. And we're going to also increase the target volume performance. It's currently set at this nice economical setting with a volume performance target of 3000 IOPS and 480 megabytes a second. We're just going to up this a couple of notches modestly. So from 3000 to 50,000 IOPS and up to 680 megabytes a second. I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. Now this is happening all whilst the volume is attached to the instance, so it happens in real time. It's just letting me know that I need to also expand the volume inside Windows. So this is currently just expanding this for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and flick over into Windows and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm back in Windows again, and I can see I've still got my Crystal Disk Mark results up here. And if we go back into computer management, I can now see this additional 3000 gig that has been assigned to my volume. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to extend this volume. So we go ahead and click extend, and we're just going to select all the defaults here and go ahead and click finish, and bang, there we go, 2000 up to 5000. So let's go ahead and minimize that. And now let's rerun our performance test again. I'm going to open up another instance of Crystal Disk over here. So we'll just put this one to the side, have the old test results here sitting so we can look at that. Now, once again, we're just going to double check that our settings are peak performance. We're going to select the 16 gig test size, and of course, make sure we have this new D drive with the 5000 gig or 5 terabyte size. Go ahead and run this and let's see how the results compare. And that's now finished, and we can see in comparison, so our throughput, which was previously at a 480 and now has been targeted for 680, we've well and truly exceeded that with 730 and 684 on reads and writes appropriately. And when we come down to the IOPS, so previously we were looking at 3000 target volume performance, and now we went up to 50,000, and look at that, we're hitting 52,000 and 55,000 respectively. So really great result. And the important thing here is that all of this was done on the fly without any downtime, having to turn any machines off. I can scale this performance up or down as I wish. If you found this Cloud Quickie useful, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And also let me know if there are other topics you'd like me to cover. Otherwise, head on over to cloudquickie.com for more in-depth detail. Cheers.